Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are out here, we're nature. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. 10 secrets spiritual people won't tell you. But why, Ralph? I have no idea. Do you think I'm spiritual? Do you? Am I righteous? Are you spiritual? I feel the cat down the road is the most spiritual being in existence. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? No, actually, I feel we all are. Now, I got a Snapchat message. Ralph, what do you think about God? Do you believe in God? What do you think about religion, spirituality? Okay, someone wrote to me saying that they actually don't want to go to church anymore. They don't want to do this and that. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my own journey. You see, I used to serve in the church and I used to be very religious. And then what happened is, well, spirituality is what happened. You know, how I define spirituality is it's more of an inner experience. My religious experience was about seeking for someone to save me, one person outside of me. Spirituality is more about your inner experience of reconnecting back with the truth of who you are in whatever way you like. Okay? So these are the 10 secrets spiritual people won't tell you. Number 1, that we are stardust. Oh yeah. The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were all made from the interior of collapsing stars. We are stardust. Can I get a hello? There. You're a shooting star and you don't even know it. And it feels fantastic. So I got inspired by people like Carl Sagan. Amazing. You start to question more when you realize that we are literally made from the same composition as the stars you see out there. So spiritual people know that we are made from the same fabric as the universe, which means we are practically the same. That's why I don't believe in countries, races, nationalities. Like, we are all made of stardust. It's time to humble yourselves, people. Okay, what's the second secret spiritual people won't tell you? That religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who have already been there. Slow motion that side. That's right. Like, spirituality, people feel, oh my gosh, this awakening is so beautiful. Yeah, afterwards, but while you're going through it, it's not easy. Sometimes sages have talked about how spirituality, the awakening, can be very destructive because it's erasing everything you have believed to be true about yourself and the world around you. So for me, I realized that I've been through so much. Like, that's why I'm spiritual. Because if you can come out on the other side and still smile, you are spiritual. Okay? So a lot of spiritual people have gone through so much. They are alchemists. They realize that, once again, you need sometimes that dark night of the soul to become illuminated. Okay? Now, what's the third secret spiritual people won't tell you? 7-day vegan challenge. How's it going, by the way? That animals have souls. I know it's hard to believe because that chicken tastes so delicious, and it did for me about 11 years ago before I became a vegan. Okay, but when I see a dog I actually see a being. I know it's strange. When I see cats, I actually see someone inside there. I'm like, I look at the cat down the road and I'm like, I know you. Rebecca? Toby? Okay? Like, animals have souls. Spiritual people know that. That's why they have this massive animal farm. Have you gone to it? You seen what it's like chimpanzees everywhere, dolphins over there. Like, it's just a massive animal party. Now, along my earlier journey, I used to actually feel, okay, maybe we have a right to eat other animals and this and that. And whatever you believe, that's up to you. I'm not here to change that. I'm just sharing my journey, baby. And being spiritual, by the way, is just a label. Okay, we are infinite beings. But I started to realize that every single life is precious because we are all made of stardust. Like, who am I to say this animal was made for my consumption? Slow motion that side. You see, the problem with humanity is that our massive ego has taken over. And if we don't put it in check, it is going to be our destruction. Don't worry about it. We've still got time, baby. Okay, so spiritual people know animals have souls. Now, what's the fourth secret spiritual people won't tell you? That God is within. For a long time, I used to serve in the church. And then one day I said, Mom, I don't want to go to church anymore. And she said, Ralph, why? And I said, Mom, because I just don't want to go. That's never a good excuse when you're talking to your parents, okay? Never say, because I don't want to go. So I had to actually bring up evidence that, do you know how many people have been killed in the name of religion? The Crusades, they bought the Bible and a gun. What are you going to choose? Okay, never mind. Look, how I see it is that I started to realize God is not something out there. We are gods, we are goddesses, and all the power actually lies within us. All the power lies within us. The power has been with you all along. That's the greatest secret never told, but now it's being told. What's the fifth secret spiritual people won't tell you? That there are many paths, but there is only one truth. Okay? A lot of us, we are awakening to different truths. Okay? But it's all one. It's just one truth. That truth is love. Okay? What frequency is higher than love? Think about it. What frequency? None, because it's the highest frequency in the world. But there are many paths to get there. You see, there are many ways and many routes you can take to the one truth. That's why spiritual people often live and let live, because they realize, okay, you can worship outside of yourself if that helps you. Believe in whatever God you want. If you believe it's a man with a massive beard in the sky, that's fantastic. But spiritual people often realize that it's okay. Many paths, but ultimately one truth. What is that one truth? That we are all connected, okay? For a long time, I thought we were separate and the universe slapped me. Ouch! Then it kissed me. That's better. Now, what's number 6? Spiritual people won't tell you that the devil is not to blame for your problems. I know it's sad, but the fact still remains that we blame the devil for a lot. So I always share this story. The devil's outside of a church and crying. Someone passes him and says, or him, it could be her, who knows? Goodness gracious. Why are you crying? And then the devil replies, well, everybody keeps blaming me for their problems. Spiritual people know that you've got to start taking responsibility for what you are creating. Okay? That heaven and hell is your creation. Heaven is a state of mind. Hell is a state of mind. And once you take responsibility, which means responding to your ability, you become illuminated, enlightened. For a long time, along my earlier journey, I used to think if something bad happened to me, okay, I would think the devil did it. They did it. No, That's just how things work in the universe. It's nothing personal. It could, in fact, be a lesson for you, okay? So I had to start taking responsibility and still realize there are still so many things I don't know. And spiritual people know that. Like, we know nothing. And that's why you're so smart. What's number 7? Spiritual people won't tell you that being rich sometimes hasn't got anything to do with how much money you have. It's got everything to do with who you love, who you share your time with, your energy with, who you're connecting with. Your own personal definition of rich is what makes you rich. So when I'm skating, I feel like the richest man alive. And there's no money around. So you've heard the quote, some people are so poor, all they have is money. Can I get a hello? It's fine to have money, don't worry about it. But spiritual people know that abundance is our natural birthright, and it comes in many forms. Like, I've met people who they sew and they're so rich. They draw and they're so rich. They cook, make delicious meals, and money can't buy that. Okay? So spiritual people know that secret. What else? What's number 8? Spiritual people know this, that sometimes, just sometimes, having less is a lot more. Do you know that I didn't throw away, I actually gave away, happily, big bags of clothes, like shoes, a guitar, lots of clothes. I wasn't using them. You could use it. So I gave it to thrift shops and they were happy. Do you know how much junk we accumulate every single day? Look, go into your wardrobe. Whoa, you see the clothes started to fall out. That's a sign, baby. You got to give it away. Spiritual people know that less is more. Do you know, when I'm in nature, it's very simple. And that's why I feel I have so much. Sometimes I'm in these swanky mansions and fancy parties, and sometimes I feel totally empty. But not your party, definitely not your party. But less is more. Have you ever gone on a hike and just taken a bottle of water with you and say, woo, I'm alive, baby? And you don't even have anything. You don't even have a laptop or phone, but you feel fulfilled. Okay, right now in our society, we've got a problem with just being solely materialistic, and that's fine. But spiritual people know there's more to life. Therefore, they realize the more you let go of in the physical realm, the more fulfilled you will become. Happened to me along my journey. I haven't looked back since. Every day I wake up with a bunch of grapes in my mouth and a bunch of strawberries, baby. Okay, what's number 9? Spiritual people know that the more you connect with your heart is the more you connect with your true, authentic self. Do you know how many people are disconnected from their heart space? Therefore, they are disconnected from their true, authentic self. So what helped me along my journey was saying that for a long time, I was living in my mind. I was so egotistical, and I still am, but I'm working on it. Hey, I'm moving more into my heart. I'm a heart-based being, baby. Okay? So spiritual people know that, you see, humans, their problem is that we live predominantly in the ego. And the whole goal and mission of life is to move more into your heart space. It's to go back to when you were a child. Slow motion that side. Okay, and that is the only way you will connect with your true authenticity, is through the heart portal, not the mind. That's when you develop the persona, which is the mask, which is the person. What's number 10? Spiritual people won't tell you anything is possible. Like spiritual people are like realizing in the back of their mind, wait a minute, we can actually fly. We can regenerate limbs just like lizards if we start to activate our total brain capacity. It's so possible. Spiritual people don't have limitations, baby. And that's what makes them kick ass. So, once again, there you have it in a nutshell. Just realize that anything is possible. And spiritual people don't mind if like someone comes with a car over there collecting like grass and stuff. We can deal with it, baby, because we're infinite. Can I get a hello there? Anything is possible. For a long time, I didn't feel it was. I was always saying, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't doesn't even exist to spiritual people. I can, I will, I did. Woo! Have a beautiful day, baby. We're out here. Getting high. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well. Stay healthy. You!